It's time for the July flip, so let's get started. So many of you may have watched the mid-July review, and so some of this will be a repeat for you. So I'll go quickly through July. So this is actually the first week of July. June and July were combined. And then this is the 4th of July week, so this is the true first week in July. And there was a flip here. So I'll let you look at that for a second. And then this is the second week. And this is where I introduced the peekaboo right here. And previously I had mentioned that this was a kiwi. This was not a kiwi, it's a radish. And when I put the picture in here, you could clearly see that it said radish. So sorry for that. So today I'm going to show you how to do this little peekaboo so that you can see how that's done. And I think this is now finished. I don't believe I had finished it totally when you saw it last time. And so that's complete. And then here's the next week. And this is when I had the giveaway, and Suzanne Light won that. Let's see, I'm trying to think what else is really unique on here. This was, it looks like a film strip, and I've had it forever in my stash. And then Mozzie is our dog, and he turned 4 this week, so I just had different pictures of his progression. And the Democratic Convention was that week. And I think that's about it on here. And then there's this one. This is the last week of July and the beginning of August. And the Olympics have started. And I got the most incredible email from Jeannie Thompson Phillips on Facebook about the videos that I've been doing. And it's meant a lot what all of you have said. And so to represent what everybody has said and has been so sweet about, I printed out her little paragraph there and then wrote about it, journaled about it. And oh, this is something I have to show you guys. This is fantastic. It may be a little hard to see. I'm going to pull it up here just so you can see it a little bit because it's a little bit faint. It was the first time I've tried this, and it was super, super fun. What you do is take an image, and then you print it out on wax paper. Just plain old wax paper. Hold on, I'll show you. Just like this. And the way you do it is you take an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and you attach the wax paper to it, and you cut this to that size, to 8.5 by 11. And then I just used washi tape to secure it at the top and the bottom. And I did put a little bit on the sides because I found it helps it from wiggling. And you have to use an inkjet printer. So you just run it through your printer and just let it dry for, I don't know, 3 minutes maybe. Take it off that piece of paper, and you flip it and you rub it, and it transfers your image. And it's on there. It's permanent. It's fantastic. I'm going to do it again because it's so simple, and it's really effective. So if you have a chance, give that a try. And then this is, I just started next week, so that's the week. So it was a pretty simple spread. Nothing really major here to show you. So I do want to show you how to do the peekaboo. So I'm going to pretend that this is a journal. So this is a magazine spread, and you know how I cut my papers down. So what I do, and you have to do a little pre-planning here, know where you want to put your little hole, but I want to put one on this side. So before I glue my papers down, so here's what I put on, and then there's the magazine, and then this is the one that'll go on this side. I decide where I want to do it, so I don't glue those in yet. And I'm going to do it just down in this corner. So what you want to do is punch through all three of those. Okay, just like this. Okay, and you have your hole. The next thing you want to do, and I hang on to these because they're good templates. So then, just hang on to those, and this sheet can be secured down. You flip this over like this, and you draw a circle if you want to have, you know, something on this side. And then you'll have your piece of paper over here, and you draw a circle. So I should have had a piece of paper there. So you draw a circle on this side. And then you can glue, oh, and then, sorry, then you take a transparency, and I just cut it into a square, and I know you can't see this transparency because it's transparent, but you just stick that in between. So here's your piece of paper that you're going to secure. You put a small piece of transparency in there. I just glued it, and then see, it's on that side, and then you'll glue this piece of paper down. Did you follow? I hope that was a okay explanation. It's super simple. And then this is just really a guide for you on where to place your graphics. So I think my book moved, but so that when you flip it over, you know where it's supposed to be, here and here. So when I did this one, okay, so when I did this, I punched my hole here. Then I flipped it, and I drew, before I put the transparency, I drew the circle, so I'd have that one here. And then I drew a circle there, so I knew where this was going to be. And then I just put my images down, and just like that. So this can be really helpful for you, especially when you're cutting out your images. It makes it easy to figure out the size of those. The other thing I wanted to mention, as you can see, that this journal is getting pretty thick, and in most cases, well, I love how thick it's getting. It's fantastic, but sometimes this will get really wonky, and the way to stop that is to actually work from the back forward, so front to back and back to forward, and do it throughout. But because this is a journal, it's a little bit hard to do that. And so I almost, at the half point of the year, decided to flip it this way, and I was going to have this half going this direction. But I changed my mind, and I decided I would just keep going. So what I keep doing is I just sort of keep massaging that binding, you know, because it is reinforced with the Tyvek, so I don't think it's going to go anywhere. And it's staying pretty straight, but I kind of just keep doing this every once in a while just to make sure that it doesn't get, you know, too out of skew. But look at that, you guys. Isn't that fantastic? Ah, I love it. I just love the way it looks. So just something to think of if you're actually doing, you know, another journal or something, and you don't want it to get wonky. That's especially an art journal. It's good to work in pages in different areas of your book, so it won't do that. And then the last thing I was going to do, and I was hoping this might be fun for you, is I'm going to show you a couple pictures, and I want to get your thoughts. I want you to leave a comment below about what you see in these pictures that could be used in your journal. So here's the first picture, and I cut these out because I have plans for them. So I'm going to leave that up there for a second. I want you to take a look at it and tell me what you see that you could use as part of your journal. And then here's the other one. This is another one that I intend to use. And do you see anything in that that would be good in your journal? And just leave a comment below. I'm interested in if you see anything. So, okay. So there's the two pictures. I look forward to your comments. And I will see you in the next flip. I'll come back up probably in a couple weeks, mid-August. I won't do another flip necessarily, but I'll tell you how I'm going to use these images. Okay, thanks for watching. See you on the next video.